Have you ever found yourself in a treasure hunt in your home, looking for that one thing you need immediately but only get it after months later? Well, it turns out that you're not the only one who's gone through this. The National Association for Professional Organizers discovered that we spend approximately 1 year of our lives looking for things. 1 year? You heard that right. That is 365 days out of your life. And in some cases, when one is not organized, it's even more. Now, why do you think this happens? Probably because most of us keep unnecessary stuff in our homes and never realize it. Before you deny the facts, the truth is, most of the things we have don't have expiration dates. That means we're not conscious about throwing them away even after we stop using them. But honestly speaking, don't you think we'll spend much less time treasure hunting if we could get rid of all the unnecessary stuff? Would we be more productive if we are not distracted by the clutter in our homes? You bet! Here's our list of the top 25 things we should all get rid of. Number 1. Old magazines and newspapers. Is your collection of newspapers growing too large? Or do you have a pile of magazines that are almost toppling over? Well, it's about time to say goodbye to them. You'll probably not use them if you haven't looked at them for the past 6 months. The only ones you should really keep are the ones you can refer to something very specific. But the rest of them, let them go. Next, number 2. Unmatched socks. Where do those socks disappear to anyways? Ever wonder where there are sock thieves who find their way into your home? It's a mystery we are yet to resolve. So, what to do with these single socks? Well, unless you're planning to do a crazy outfit for the fun of it, just throw away the old socks whose partners got lost. Number 3. Old phones. This one can be very tricky, especially if you're sentimental. After you upgraded your phone, what did you do with the old one? Instead of letting it sit in your drawer, just recycle it by taking to the old phone place. You may just get some cash out of it. Number 4. Clothes that don't fit. Whenever you added or lost weight, there are clothes that can't help you right now. I know there's that one clothing item that you're aiming to fit into soon, right? Well, consider giving it away. You'll feel much better when you do rather than keeping it and keep feeling like you haven't achieved your goal. Plus, you'll save time if you don't have to go through all of those clothes you don't need every time you need to dress up. Number 5. Old bed sheets. Have you noticed that your bed sheets grow transparent as they age? Oops! Are they comfortable to sleep in? Well, you may want to get rid of them unless they are soon going to help you clean your home. Wink wink. Number 6. Old towels. If you notice that your towels are not scratching you or their texture feels like cardboard, they'll probably expired. Just transfer them into a bathroom rug so that you don't feel like you're wasting them. Just don't stock them up, telling yourself they're still usable. Deal? Next. Number 7. Old knives. Most of us brought a set of old knives for our first home, and you probably don't even use them now. Either that, or they aren't sharpened well enough so that they are useful. So unless you're planning to have a collection of antiques, you better let them go. Number 8. Damaged dinerware. Anything that's chipped or cracked is bound to accumulate food deposits and will soon enough turn into a health risk. So instead of keeping them and using them until they embarrass you when you have guests, just get rid of them ASAP. Number 9. Old condiment packets. This one is hilarious because in most cases, you'll be given more condiment packets than you need every time. But you always seem to keep them just in case you'll need them at some point. When does that happen? Almost never. So how about getting rid of them? Number 10. Expired spices. The challenge with spices is that they always feel useful. Plus, you'll hardly fall sick due to expired spices. However, it is a fact that they do lose flavor, and therefore, they won't even spice up your food. So, there's no need to keep them for too long. Just toss them out. Number 11. Lidless containers. Just like the single socks, who knows where the lids are of these containers disappear to? Anyone with an idea? We haven't yet discovered what happens to them. Lidless containers are often unused, so stop convincing yourself that you'll need them someday. They can be recycled in a more beneficial way. Number 12. Takeout menus. Takeout menus are usually what we go for reference purposes. But hey, The info is now available online. So why should you allow them to cluster your home? Number 13, old prescriptions and supplements. The main reason for keeping our prescription medication is so that we can use it again when we get sick again, right? But this is so wrong. The worst thing you can do is to get yourself sicker by using the wrong meds. Same thing applies to supplements. So please do away with both your old prescription meds and supplements. Number 14, old calendars. Now, these old calendars, why do we keep them anyways? Maybe to transfer dates or have a look at old schedules? Well, if you haven't looked at your old calendars or referred to them for any reason, you do well to just let them go. Number 15, receipts. I know if you're a person who keeps receipts for every single transaction, this one's gonna be hard. But ask yourself, what do you keep them for? If you already used them for your taxes, then you can safely let them go. Number 16, dead batteries. We don't know how this happens, but it's usually so hard to throw away old batteries and they end up in our drawers. Worst part is, when you need a new one, you always keep retrieving the old ones. So, to end the cycle of disappointment, just throw away the old batteries. They aren't going to recharge themselves anyway. Number 17, used razors. This one will go often unnoticed. Used razors will often be kept in the bathroom for the next use, and sooner or later, due to the moist environment, they could become rusty. It is very risky to use a rusty razor. You can get an infection or a burn. So instead of clustering your bathroom area, just throw them away. Number 18, old hair ties. If you ever been combing your hair and needed to tie your hair, only to realize that all your hair ties in your drawers are split, you need to get rid of them. Stop holding on to those old ties. They won't get any better if you store them for long. In fact, the next time you need to tie your hair and notice you have none, you'll be sure to remember to buy some when you go to the mall. But having these old ones will always make you feel like you have some, when really, you have none. Number 19, loafahs. When it's true that some loafahs can be washed, not all of them can remain useful beyond 1 month. Since they can accumulate dead skin cells, it's best to get rid of them before the bacteria begins to multiply. So, if yours is made of natural fiber, do yourself a favor and throw it away after a month. Number 20, open skincare products. People invest money in expensive moisturizers and hope that they can get a quick result. However, getting too many skin products at once without one able to finish them, let those skincare products sit around and grow bacteria. So it's safer for your skin if you get rid of them. 21. Appliances. This one's quite funny. You're likely to hold on to some electronics even when you're never using them. In your mind, you're so sure that you're going to use them soon, but weeks, months, and years go by and you discover that you never used them. Let it go! Let it go! Number 22. Empty notebooks. Okay, if you haven't picked up the habit of writing every day in your journal, then it's time to pass it along. Keeping one notebook around to start journaling is better than having 10 small and large notebooks clustering up your shelf. There are charities who are in need of school supplies. Consider donating them. Number 23. CDs and DVDs. People put a lot of pride and effort into creating their music and movie collection, but with the push of a button, you can transfer all of them onto a computer hard drive, which can probably preserve your favorite movies and music for a much longer time. Okay, you don't need to abandon all your favorites if you really can't let them go. But the second best should move out. Imagine how much time you will save if you don't have to deal with the dust that has settled over your CDs and DVD collections. Number 24. Plastic bags and paper bags. Don't get me wrong, all of us hoard them because we know that we shouldn't throw them out. But there are places you can even take your plastic bags and paper bags and recycle them, putting an end to the ever-growing mass. Number 25. Power cords. When you get rid of an old computer or device, you keep the power cord in case you need it for a future use. But after several years, you find that your cord collection is growing and you have no idea what you could use them for. Unless you're an electrician or an engineer who can get inventive with their old power cords, there's no reason to keep them. Older power cords don't usually match new appliances, so holding on to them is pointless. So, Which of these items will you deposit of first? What other things can you think of that need to be disposed of? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel.